Hello, guys. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss on the latest transfer news. We start with Clement Lenglet, as the Barcelona outcasts have been offered a 12 million euro per year contract by Saudi Arabian club, according to Gerard Romero. We are going to discuss on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about seasonal deaths, as Barca have offered the 10 million rated young star to many clubs. We are also going to be discussing more on that story. So, guys, as we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. FC Barcelona's insistence on finding a suitor for Clement Lenglet this summer has seen them engage in negotiations with a number of clubs. Initially, the plan was for the Catalans to offload Lenglet permanently to Tottenham, where he spent a season on loan there, but a stark difference in the player's situation or his player's valuation meant that the move kept stalling. Then Al Nassr entered the picture with hopes of securing another European talent, but the centre back's delay in making a decision meant the club went looking for other options, eventually entering talks for Manchester City's Emerick Laporte. So now it is being reported by Gerard Romero that a Saudi Arabian club is offering, the 12 million euro per year in net salary to Lenglet. While the player has doubts as he desires to continue in Europe among the elite footballers, he is gradually beginning to open the door to the Saudi path. Barcelona have made their stance very clear on Lenglet, with the club already overbooked in defense. Xavi does not have Lenglet in his plans for the new season and sees him as a disposable asset. Lenglet, recognizing the minimal interest he is garnering from European sides that are willing to pay Barca's valuation of 15 million euros, is showing signs of acceptance of the Saudi road. Moreover, staying in Catalonia appears unfeasible owing to the exclusion he faces from the squad. The clock is now ticking and the transfer window is nearing its end. Lenglet will be obliged to take a decision soon, and unless a European club comes calling, the French defender will have to cut his losses and take his talents to Saudi Arabia. Of course, Clement Lenglet I think Lenglet's future right now is already very uncertain. The player is delaying his own future because Barca have been trying to tell him to go to Saudi Arabia, but Lenglet is still reluctant to go and just keep on wasting unnecessary time. Up to this point, Barca are hopeful that Lenglet's future will be sorted out before the end of this month when the transfer window comes to a close. Saudi Arabia have come already with everything that Barca needed. The 15 million euros that the Catalan giants have been asking. Al Nassr have opened the door. They have said, all right, we'll pay that. We'll pay the amount. But Lenglet, earlier we got some reports saying that he's still not in favor of a move to Saudi Arabia. He wants to stay in Europe. He believes that he's still too young to continue or to move to Saudi Arabia right now. But if suitors are not coming, what should Barca do? We have to sell him. We have to, because Saudi Arabia is one of the most lucrative markets now, right? When they come for a player, it is very, very likely that they will give what you want in transfer phase. And of course, it doesn't come as a surprise that Al Nassr are willing to give Barca that amount of 15 million. So Gerard Romero now, the Barca-based journalist, is now saying that a Saudi Arabian club, he did not mention that one, have come now and said they will give Lenglet a 12 million euro per year salary. And I think that's also a very good offer that Lenglet will try to consider. So let's just see how the coming weeks will look like, as Barca have already they're already determined that Lenglet must be sold. He must be sold because we have already enough defenders. We have already settled our defense. There's no need of overbooking defense when there will be a lot of surplus over requirements, right? Because if Lenglet stays, Xavi will never count on him. Against Getafe, we do not even see Lenglet in the squad list. And if he stays again, then it is likely that that is how the situation will look like. So let's just see how the coming weeks will look like for Lenglet. as the player's future right now remains so uncertain. Then moving on to the final story of discussion. With speculations growing by the day, Barca's fringe assets that are placed on the market continues to entice attention. The La Liga champions are currently in the process of finding a new home for Seasonal Des, seeking to transfer him to another team before the transfer window slams shut. Des's time in FC Barcelona has been shrouded with fluctuations in form and complications constantly interrupting his path. The player was sent out on loan in the previous season but endured a difficult time at AC Milan as well. As such, Barca have now been on the lookout to finally discover a potential suitor for the American fullback, while the Catalan continue to work tirelessly to get the player off their wage bill. Desi's pickiness over the clubs interested in him has put the operation at a standstill. According to Gerard Romero, Des has been offered to every single thing that moves, but no club interests the American because of his salary demands and also because he wants guaranteed minutes. However, the report argues that he will certainly end up bidding farewell to Barca this summer due to the young star not entering the club's plans for next season. Des has previously mentioned his desire to turn things around at Barca and make a name for himself under Xavi, but as things stand, his continuity appears improbable. The coach handed Des the opportunity to prove his doubters wrong in pre-season, but the American's performances hardly ignited optimism as he struggled to make his case on the US tour. As the Catalan Giants seek to offload the player, they have stuck a €10 million price tag on his head, although a loan exit could also be considered given the lack of suitors. For now, Des is unwilling to budge until his salary demands and guaranteed of minutes are being complied with. Yet, he will have to make a decision soon as the transfer window enters its final stages. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.